Summer 2022 in Disneyland Paris. What's it going to be like? How busy are the crowds going to be? What attractions are going to be closed? What shows are going to be on? What should you be wearing to the parks throughout the summer months? All this information is going to be answered in this video, so make sure you keep watching. Hi everyone, how's life, and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I'm in Disneyland Paris, as you can see, standing in front of the Main Street station behind me, and yeah, I thought I would show you around the park a little bit and talk about what's going to be coming to the parks throughout the next months and what kind of crowds you can expect, what kind of weather you can expect, all of that, because I know that a lot of people are going to be traveling to the parks throughout the summer months. So that means late June, July, all of August and early September. These are basically the three kind of official summer months in the parks. And before we even get to the video, I just want to give you a glimpse of this area of Main Street USA, just in front of the beautiful gazebo. You can see the castle through the gazebo as well, just so you can get an idea of the crowds. Today is a Sunday as I'm filming this. Of course, day by day the crowds are going to vary, but it's not been too busy today. However, if you're visiting Disneyland Paris in the summer months, you should be expecting crowds, so don't expect low wait times. Just expect the worst, that if you happen to find, you know, shorter queue times, that will be a nice surprise for you, because summer of course is going to be a busy time. Basically, whenever schools are off, whenever kids don't have school, any theme park, especially what it has to do with Disney, is going to be busier than usual. This is a shot of Main Street USA for you at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so 2 p.m. In the middle of June of 2022, so not officially summertime yet, but you can still see the kind of crowds that are here at the moment. A lot of schools still haven't broken up yet, so you know, it's going to get busier and busier as the summer months progress. But as I said, as long as you're prepared for it, as long as you're ready to be seeing loads of crowds, hopefully it's not going to affect your holiday that much, because you can plan ahead, you can have some ideas of what to do when, you know, the wait times are very long. I do actually have a video on my channel about some of the attractions here in Disneyland Paris that have 0 to very little wait time, so if you want to check that video out, it might help you out with your trips in the summer months when it's busier than normal. But you can see that walking down Main Street USA does feel pretty busy on a day like today, and obviously I'm filming this at 2 o'clock in the afternoon time. If you're here in the morning when people are just entering the parks, it's going to feel even busier, and that means the lines and queue times for even food can be longer than normal. This is an ice cream stand at the top of Main Street here, as you can see, and it's got a little bit of a queue over here. That's Stitch's meet and greet area over here, which I believe they've now closed because he only meets until 2 p.m. But again, you can see pretty busy in terms of crowds waiting for him. We're going to go have a look at the official wait times as well on the board there in front of the castle. Okay, so we've got some of the wait times for the attractions here. Pirates of the Caribbean is at 45 minutes, Big Thunder Mountain at 60, 25 minutes for Phantom Manor, 15 for Thunder Mesa's Riverboat Landing to the Molly Brown ride, Disneyland Railroad at 20 minutes. On the other side in Fantasyland, we've got Blanche-Neige at 30 minutes, that's a Snow White ride. Dumbo 45 minutes, that's quite long for Dumbo. 20 minutes for Pinocchio, Meet Mickey 50, 55 minutes for Peter Pan's Flight, 90 for Princess Pavilion where you can meet a princess, and then Autopia half an hour, Buzz Lightyear 40 minutes, Star Tours 40 minutes, Hyperspace Mountain looks to be closed temporarily, and then Starport, which is where you can meet Darth Vader, is 35 minutes. So yeah, pretty long wait times, although to be fair, I wouldn't say the wait times that we saw are hugely long. Like, you can get them even longer if you come here on a weekend, on a Saturday. I realize today is a Sunday, but like I said, we're not officially into the summer months yet, we're still in the middle of June, but with summer coming up like July and August, you can expect even longer queue times. I'm talking about 90 minutes, 100 minutes for Big Thunder Mountain. Pirates could get up to like an hour and a half. The Princess Pavilion could get to like 150 minutes long queue, so just bear that in mind. You're going to be queuing quite a lot. I say that though, you don't need to be queuing a lot. If you make the most of extra magic time, if you're staying on Disney property or if you've got an annual pass, then come along in the morning and just, you know, experience the parks when they're a little bit quieter with slightly lower wait times. Or at the end of the day is my tip as well, if you're here until the end of the park time, so about 11 o'clock is when this park closes, normally you find the queue times to be a little bit shorter towards the end of the park opening time. And of course you do also have an option to buy yourself a Premier Access, which is the paid fast pass system here, recently happening since 2021. Basically you pay for a fast pass, they normally range from about 5 or 6 euros to about 15, 16, 17 euros, and then you have a return time and you go to that attraction and you get to skip the queue. I'm not personally a fan of Premier Access. I really don't think it's something that you need, especially if you're a big family. You're going to be spending a lot of money just on Premier Access, like 40, 50 euros just to get on one ride, and I don't think that's worth it. So make sure you watch my videos. I've got so many tips throughout my videos on my channel about how to skip some lines without having to pay for them, how to kind of maximize your time when you're in Disneyland Paris, try and go at different times so that, you know, it's not as busy as usual. One cool thing about coming in the summer months though is that because because it's busier than normal. There are more people obviously in the parks. There's some random extra meet and greets throughout the park. So we've got Tigger and Eeyore doing a little meet and greet there in front of Plaza Gardens here. But even though summer months will be just generically quite busy in Disneyland Paris, there are some times throughout the summer that are going to be even busier. So if you want to avoid those times, I'm going to list them to you now. So obviously weekends will always be busier. Saturdays especially are always going to be the busiest days of the week no matter when you come throughout the year. Sundays as well can be quite busy, and then Wednesdays is something that a lot of people don't think about, but Wednesdays are actually in many parts of France a holiday. A lot of schools are off on Wednesdays, so in the middle of the week if you come there thinking, oh, it's going to be really quiet, you might get a surprise if you don't prepare for it. Another couple of dates to bear in mind for summer of 2022 is of course Bastille Day, 14th of July 2022, so that's going to be a huge day in the parks. Obviously a French national holiday, there's going to be fireworks, etc. Probably full capacity. It's going to be very crowded. I'm going to be here hopefully. And of course the 20th of July as well, so about a week after Bastille Day is going to be the opening of Avengers Campus over at Walt Disney Studios Park next door, and that is going to be a huge deal as well. I assume there's going to be loads of people coming in for the opening, so I think those few weeks actually from around the middle of July onto the middle of August are going to be very busy, probably peak busyness in the parks. But as I always say, if you're well prepared, if you do your research before you come to the parks, if you watch loads of my vlogs or other videos on YouTube, you are going to have a great time no matter what. Despite the crowds, you can still have an amazing time in Disneyland Paris. So if you've already booked the trip in the summer months, please don't let it put you off. Please don't let crowds put you off. As I said, I do have a video down below about some attractions in the parks that have low wait times that you can always do when you feel like the crowds are just too much. I've just met the lovely Leon.
Hello.
And Philip.
Hi.
From Germany. I love the spirit jerseys. This one's really cool. It's the popcorn one, isn't it? Disneyland Resort. And then of course the Le Roi Lion, the Lion King over here as well. And have you had a good time in the park the past few days? Weather's been lovely, hasn't it? Really helped. Thank you for saying hi, guys.
Bye.
Always lovely meeting you guys. But the next thing I want to talk about summer of 2022 is the weather. What kind of weather can you expect if you're coming to Disneyland Paris in the summer months? Now, if you look at the crowds right now, most people seem to be wearing shorts and t-shirts. Obviously, it's really warm today. And it's been pretty warm for the past week that I've been here actually, and we're still in June. So in July and August, it can get even hotter. So bear that in mind. You know, you might think Disneyland Paris is in Europe, it's going to be cold all the time. It's not. France is one of those countries that has all the seasons. So like if you come in the winter, it's very cold. Autumn can be quite cool. Spring is like chilly, but you know, quite warm at the same time. And then summer is very hot. I'm actually going to show you the temperatures for the coming week. There you go. As you can see, most days tend to be over 25 degrees Celsius, with some of them going as high as 31 degrees. So yeah, very hot. Make sure to pack your sun cream. That's a mistake that I always tend to do when I come here in June, because I'm not normally used to being out and about so much. You know, when I come to Disneyland Paris and suddenly I'm out in the parks all day in the sun, I tend to burn quite a bit. And actually a few days ago I did burn. I probably can't see it on my face at the moment because I have tried to put some kind of helpful creams on it, trying to sort it out a little bit, but I did burn on my face. So sun cream it is. Do not forget your sun cream. Make sure you pack it with you. It's not very easy to buy sun cream in Disneyland Paris, unfortunately, because it doesn't normally get hot. They only really have maybe 3-4 months of really hot weather here in the park, so they don't really sell them in the shop. So if you forget your sun cream, you might have to go to Val d'Europe, one stop away, or I don't know, to this train station or something, and you don't really want to have to do that on your holiday. So just bring them with you. I'm just putting some sun cream on myself because I have forgotten as well again. There you go, sun cream everywhere, and obviously don't forget your face too, and sunglasses. I'm wearing my sunglasses here, but make sure you bring them as well. It's really important to protect your eyes because the heat can genuinely get too much. Like, you might not think it. Again, it's France. You might think, oh, it's not Florida, it's not California, it's gonna be cold, but trust me, summer months will be hot. Temperatures as high as 31, 32, 33 degrees Celsius. You're gonna need your sun cream. Having said that though, don't think you're gonna be completely immune to rain either, because it does still tend to rain from time to time, even in the summer months. So make sure you have an umbrella with you if you don't like getting wet, just like a poncho or something. Just carry it in your bag with you just in case it does rain. But even if it rains, normally it's not going to be very cold rain. It's just going to be kind of, you know, warm, hot rain that just is basically happening to make life a bit easier for you because of how hot it normally gets in the summer. Rain is needed from time to time. Oh, hi, how are you? you?
I saw all your vlogs.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Lovely to meet you.
It helped me a lot.
What's your name?
Teresa.
Teresa, where are you from?
Portugal.
Portugal, amazing.
Let me take a picture.
I just bumped into the lovely. What are your names?
Hi, I'm
Mark.
Teresa.
Yeah?
Hi, I'm Denise.
Yeah?
Marco.
And what's your name?
Peter.
Love your ears. Very, very cute. Whereabouts are you from?
It's our first time and we are from Portugal.
Amazing. Having
And
a good time?
I love your audio vlogs. Helped
Aww.
me a lot to prepare my trip to
Oh,
come
I'm
here.
so glad. I hope you have an amazing trip. Thank you
you.
so much for saying hi, guys. Have a good rest of
I
the trip.
talked a lot about you.
You're amazing, Teresa. Thank you. Oh, that was so, so sweet. Always nice meeting you, honestly. Firstly, please ignore my very much creamified face. I just put some sun cream on it. Obviously, it's good for protection, etc. But in terms of entertainment, what's it going to be like in the summer of 2022? Well, we still have the 30th anniversary show going on Main Street USA and in Central Plaza here in front of the castle. In fact, they're going to say an announcement right now. Let's have a look.
Chers amis, quel plaisir de vous accueillir aujourd'hui au cœur du parc Disneyland pour célébrer 30 ans de magie.
30 ans de magie.
Mickey, Minnie et tous leurs amis vous donnent rendez-vous à Central Plaza.
There you go.
Notre célébration Rêvons et le monde s'illumine commencera dans tout juste.
This is literally my favorite show in Disneyland Paris at the moment, the 30th anniversary show. They're going to do the announcement in English as well.
We're so glad to celebrate 30 years of magic with all of you today here in Disneyland Park. Please join us on Central Plaza where Mickey, Minnie and all their friends invite you to dream and shine bright.
Dream and shine brighter.
See you there in just 10 minutes.
There you go, 10 minutes to go. So yeah, the show is still on throughout the summer months. It started in March of 2022 for the opening ceremony of the 30th years of Disneyland Paris in the park scene, and it's going to be going throughout the summer months. So don't worry if you're coming here in the next few months. You should be able to see the show, and it normally runs about 3 or 4 times per day, which is really cool. The best place to stand to watch this show, in my opinion, is literally in Central Plaza, over there right in the middle, in between the 4 podiums, because all the characters tend to go up the podiums, and it's just a whole show in the middle. It's very overwhelming, very immersive, a lot of fun. But of course you can also choose to watch it on the pavements at Main Street USA if you wish to. You know, it gives a different experience if you watch it on Main Street rather than at Central Plaza, right over there. But in my opinion, as I said, right in the middle in front of the castle is the best place to watch the parade from. Also, a big shout out to one of my lovely viewers, Bethany, that I just met. So Bethany, if you end up watching this, thank you for saying hi. It was lovely to meet you. But yeah, the show should be starting very, very soon, within the next 4 or 5 minutes. And like I said, it's one of my favorite things to do here in the parks throughout the 30th anniversary. So yeah, ooh, it's gonna start. Let's have a look. immersive it can be, especially if you watch it here at Central Plaza by the Fort Podium. And one of my favorite things is seeing everybody happy dancing along as the music's still playing, even though the show's kind of finished at the end of it. And actually, I invite you to join along as well. If you're coming here during the 30th anniversary of Disneyland Paris, so in the summer months as well, and you're watching this show, just dance along with it. Have a great time, let your hair down, enjoy yourselves. My friend Izzy and I actually tried to learn the dance for the main bit of the song a few days ago, so I'm going to insert that clip from that now. Honestly, as you probably could tell by my dancing, I'm not a dancer. I'm very much not a dancer, but I still had a great time, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Just have a great time. You're in Disneyland Paris. The weather should hopefully be nice. There's an amazing show parade going on, celebrating 30 years of magic here in Disneyland Park. So why not just enjoy it and dance along? Like when we were dancing as well in that clip that I showed you, I noticed a couple of people behind us who were trying to learn from us, and that's just the spirit, isn't it? Just keep dancing, learn it, teach it to other people, enjoy yourselves. I love it. This is one of my highlights of Disneyland Paris, this 30th anniversary. Fireworks. Well, of course, fireworks are still on every single night in Disneyland Park by the castle. Behind me, you can see it over there. It's called Illumination. Starts at 11 p.m. every night as well. A lot of people tend to complain about it being so late, but the reason it's at 11 p.m. is that in France, especially in the summer months, it doesn't normally get dark until around 10:30, 10:45 p.m. So of course, they're gonna have to wait until 11 to have the best fireworks possible. Because if it's not too dark, if it's not dark enough, you're not gonna get the best effects, right? So that's the only reason why the fireworks are so late in the summer months. But my advice is always that if you have children with you, if you have younger kids with you, and you don't think they're going to make it to 11 p.m, maybe just have them have a nap in the middle of the day and hope for the best. Whatever you do, just don't stress too much about it. Don't let the fact that the fireworks are at 11 o'clock ruin your whole holiday. It's fine. Honestly, even if you miss the fireworks, there's going to be so much more to do in the parks throughout the day that you're still going to have an amazing time. But if you're visiting the Disneyland Paris parks in the summer months, you're also going to get the special 30th anniversary pre-show called Disney Delight before the fireworks, which happens again by the castle over here. My best advice for Disney Delight in terms of where to be for it is to stand on Main Street so that you're kind of facing it from the forward, directly forward, because the way the drones happen in front of the castle or by the castle, it's the best view to have it, you know, facing forward rather than from the side. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you're in the side view of the castle, you can still get a decent view.
What's your chaîne?
Sam Forgot.
Je posais des questions sur
Ah, d'accord. C'est quoi votre nom? Moi, je viens de Londres. Et vous?
De Paris, on est Paris.
Paris, oh, parfait. Vous avez quel an? Quel âge?
13 ans.
13 ans?
13 ans.
15 ans, d'accord. D'accord. Et vous aimez Disney?
Ah ouais.
Ah oui, oui.
Mais on est trop contents.
Quel est votre personnage préféré?
Mickey.
Oh, d'accord, d'accord.
Non, moi c'est...
Moi, j'aime beaucoup Woody.
Stitch.
Woody.
Ah ouais.
Stitch aussi.
Non, moi je sais pas.
Mickey, j'adore Mickey.
Et votre film préféré, c'est quoi?
Toy Story.
Toy Story, c'est bien. Oui, oui. Réponse, oui.
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
C'est quoi?
Parfait.
Et vous, c'est quoi votre film préféré?
Moi, j'aime beaucoup Toy Story aussi. Et Ratatouille.
Un peu tout.
Ah oui, oui,
Vous êtes là pour combien de temps?
On dit une semaine.
Vous êtes fan?
Mais demain, c'est ma dernière.
Vous
Ah,
êtes
pardon. High five. J'habite à Londres.
C'est beau Londres?
Oui, c'est beau.
Il y a Disney à Londres?
Non, malheureusement pas. C'est pour ça que je suis ici. Je viens ici tout le temps. Oui. Vous voulez dire quelque chose d'autre?
Abonnez-vous.
Ah,
Likez la vidéo.
Merci beaucoup. Merci. Merci.
Abonnez.
They're amazing. They're lovely French people. Thank you so much.
Vous faites quoi dans la vie?
YouTubers.
Ah, YouTubers.
Oui. Well, that was a lovely moment. Those French girls wanted to be in the vlog and they didn't speak too much English, so that's why we did it in French. But there you go. The castle's over here, Disney Delight and the illuminations on the castle every night, starting at 10:45, obviously with the fireworks at 11 p.m. Make sure to catch it if you're in the parks, but don't stress too much if it's too late for you. It's fine. There's lots more to do as well. Now in terms of rides, the main big one that's going to be closed throughout the summer months, unfortunately, is of course It's a Small World that you can see behind me. This ride went under renovation quite a while ago now. It's been a few months and unfortunately it's still got a long way to go. I don't think it's going to be open until late 2022 or early 2023. So if you're visiting in the summer months, just make sure you're aware that you're not going to be able to go on It's a Small World, unfortunately. But the good news is that apart from It's a Small World being the major one that's closed in the summer months, most other attractions, at least the big ones, should all be open throughout the summer months. The only other two that are currently closed are the Nautilus in Discoveryland as well as the Swiss Family Treehouse in Adventureland, and these are meant to reopen at some point, I believe end of June, early July, so they're going to be open throughout the months of summer. They're just not open in the beginning of it. But like I said, in terms of big rides, It's Small is the only one that's closed. But of course, that's just in terms of planned closures. There could always be some exceptions, you know, when you're here, a ride could go down randomly. So always make sure to check the app and the official Disneyland Paris website for more information, especially if there's an attraction that you really want to go on and you can't imagine coming to Disneyland Paris and not going on that ride. Make sure to check the website just so you're aware as to whether or not it's going to be open, just to maximize your chances of going on it at least. I just bumped into the lovely Ryan,
Wendy.
and
Joseph.
and whereabouts are you all from?
Los Angeles, California.
Amazing, amazing. First time in Disneyland Paris?
Yeah.
Yeah, enjoying it? What's been the best thing
enjoying
you've done so far?
Phantom Manor.
Coaster, yeah.
Phantom Manor, yeah, it's a good one. You've been on Big Thunder Mountain yet here?
Yes.
Yeah, it's great.
It's good, isn't it?
Yes,
Definitely
Is
good.
it different to the one in California?
Yes.
Like what you used to?
Yes.
I like how it's like on the water. It's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. I feel like it's longer here if I'm
Yeah.
not
It
mistaken.
is longer. Yes.
Cool.
Definitely.
Well, thank you so much for saying hi.
Thank you. Bye, Sarah.
Thank you, bye. One cool thing that has returned to Disneyland Paris to the Walt Disney Studios Park for 2022 is the Rendezvous Gourmand, which is basically a small version of a food and wine festival here in Walt Disney Studios Park, and they have little stands, as you can see behind me, with food from different regions in France as well as a few other countries, so like Spain, Italy, I believe Belgium is also here. They've even got a vegan stand, which is really cool. And this mini food and wine festival is meant to go on until October time, so if you're visiting in June, July, August or September of 2022, you should still be able to get some food from these stands. Now I have a whole video dedicated to the Rendezvous Gourmand 2022 happening here in Walt Disney Studios Park, so if you want to see exactly what kind of food you can get from all of these different stands, make sure to watch that video after you finish watching this one. And of course, we can't talk about summer of 2022 in Disneyland Paris without talking about Avengers Campus, opening on the 20th of July 2022. As you can imagine, it's going to be a very busy time throughout those weeks, especially there's going to be some annual pass preview days as well as press. So in the days and weeks coming up to the 20th of July, again, you're probably going to find the parks quite busy, especially Walt Disney Studios Park. Disney still hasn't released details as to how people are going to be able to access the two rides in Avengers Campus, but I'm sure there'll be some info soon. And if you're visiting in the summer months, make sure to check it out, you know, Avengers Campus, a brand new land opening in Disneyland Paris. I think it's going to be a very fun time, and for you to be able to say that you were one of the first people to visit this land, to go on this attraction, to eat the food at the restaurants at Avengers Campus, it's going to be something exciting. So yeah, that is it. We discussed everything happening in Disneyland Paris in the summer of 2022 in June, July, August and September, from rides that are going to be open and closed, from shows, attractions, the weather, the crowd levels, also new lands opening. So yeah, hope this was informative for you. Let me know in the comments down below if it was. Also, let me know more importantly if you're actually coming to Disneyland Paris in the summer months, and if so, when are you coming? Are you going to be here after the 20th of July when Avengers Campus is open, or beforehand when it might be a little bit less busy? I don't know. I'd love to hear your thoughts though, and if you have any other questions, leave them down below in the comments and I'll try my best to answer to as many as possible. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't. Subscribe for more videos and watch other videos that I have on my channel as well to plan your Disneyland Paris holidays as best as possible. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye from me and Mickey Mouse over there.